Hey guys, Jason. I hope you're all doing well. So I'm back to the groove now, doing regular videos after being a little out of commission with the flu for a little bit. So I appreciate your patience. Apologize for missing out. I did my last video was a couple days ago, but I'll be back to doing every 3 days now, or at least twice a week. So, but I do hope that you enjoy the other videos. And just as an FYI, I always put some videos in the description down below. So if you want to see a couple of them, if you happen to like my channel. I put a couple of videos in the description every time I post a new video, so that they're all relative to kind of the ones that I'm posting, so you can enjoy the rest of the videos as well. I do create playlists, and if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button. And if you want to see my videos on a regular basis, please click that notification. Again, if you enjoy the videos, please click the like button as well. The thumbs up, I really appreciate it. So, and for my loyal supporters, you guys are the best as always, you know that. And I'm really grateful for you guys and gals. So, with that said, today, look at my board, isn't it pretty? Today I'm going to go over 7 players who are primed to have a breakout in 2020. Maybe familiar with some names, you might not be familiar with some names, but these are players I would keep an eye out for. There are lots of players that are, could be breakout candidates, but I think these guys are either, they're either in a environment that's a little bit better for them now, or they had a strong rookie campaign or a strong end to the season last year, and they're kind of primed to continue that momentum. So you'll see a couple of different scenarios where you'll see, but they're all relatively young players as well, and I'll give you some reasoning behind it too. But here are my 7 players that are primed for a breakout in 2020. So let's take this thing down. All right, let's tuck the chair in first, and all right. Number 1. Actually, let's go 7 to 1. Okay, Mike Tauchman, New York Yankees. He's an outfielder. He's kind of a part-time player, but the reason why I like Mike Tauchman, the Yankees have historically had problems with finding players that don't play full-time that are consistently productive. And I get it too. I mean, you play once a week. It's kind of hard to come in and hit off Justin Verlander or Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, Walker Buehler, Garrett Cole. I get it. It's really hard. But one of the things Tauchman had with a lot of injuries last year, too, to the Yankees, he had an opportunity to play somewhat regularly. Even though he had a couple days off here, a couple days off there, he was one of the first guys that I've seen in a long time. The Yankees brought up, and they acquired him in a trade. He's a young kid, but who was consistently productive, and he was a good outfielder, too. So I think he's going to be someone that they keep around. I would expect him to get a little bit more playing time as well this year. Somewhat regularly, maybe be a 4th outfielder. I mean, after this year, Brett Gardner is likely not coming back. I'm glad he is coming back for 2020 because we do need that veteran presence now that CeCe's gone, but I would keep an eye out for Mike Tauchman. Okay, number 6, Braxton Garrett. He's actually a left-handed pitcher. Actually, he's come back off of Tommy John surgery about 2 years ago, so he should be kind of on the upswing now. But he's got a prime opportunity as a left-handed pitcher, Miami Marlins. The Marlins have a top 5 farm team, by the way. Okay, so they're going to be up and coming, obviously in a gut/rebuild and so on. But they bring in some role players, I do see them being a little bit better than they were last year. They were awful last year, but I do see them maybe winning between 8 to 12 or something like that. Look in the description down below. Actually, I do my 2020 outlook based on 2019 performance and what I think they're going to do this year with the moves that they've made this offseason or did not make this offseason. So take a look at that one down below as well. I think you'll enjoy that. Okay, so Braxton Garrett, pitcher from Miami, he's got a prime opportunity to rebuild himself and to have a little bit of a breakout year, which in turn could formulate into some momentum for the following years. Okay, number 5, Trent Grisham. He was actually on the Milwaukee Brewers, but he was part of that Luis Arias trade, traded to the San Diego Padres. He's an outfielder there. He's going to have a well-balanced lineup there too. I mean, you got Machado, you got Hosmer, you got Will Myers if he doesn't get traded. There's Tatis Jr. So they got a young, dynamic lineup, and I think he's going to fit right in. Somebody will be, probably in the back 5, but either way, he's going to have a lot of protection. And think about this: I mean, people that pitch past, Machado and some of these other guys to get to him, he's just going to have more opportunities with guys on base and stuff like that. So, and he does have some speed and power. So I keep an eye out for him. Number 4, Willie Calhoun. He caught my attention last year in the second half of the offseason. He had some injuries in the beginning of the year, but he kind of caught fire in the second half of the season. He's one of those guys that finished the season strong. He's an outfielder with the Texas Rangers. He's got a prime opportunity. He's a young player, too, a dynamic player. And I would keep an eye out for him, too. Texas did not invest in much in their lineup as they did in their pitching this year, but that said, he's a prime candidate to have a lot of opportunity so that he'll be able to perform on a consistent basis. So I will look out for him. Number 3, Dakota Hudson, starting pitcher from the St. Louis Cardinals, had a good year last year. I think he's on the verge of kind of breaking through again. You know, he could be one of these guys to supplant like Wayne Wright and Walker, who's no longer with them, as kind of the next budding ace for the St. Louis Cardinals. So, they do have a pretty well balanced lineup, and they brought in a trade. They traded that was it Jose Martinez to the Tampa Bay Rays for a pitcher as well, who's probably going to be in their rotation at some point this year. But so they have some up-and-coming pitchers, but I see him piggybacking off of a good year last year for another further breakout. So keep an eye out for Dakota Hudson. Number 2, Joe Musgrove. Look, the Pittsburgh Pirates, he's a starting pitcher with Pirates. They're out of an ace. They don't have Cole anymore. He was traded to the Astros a couple years ago, and now he's with the Yankees. He's in a prime spot to step up and be the ace for the Pirates. Young, hard-throwing pitcher. And and again, in the low-pressure environment, he has the opportunity to thrive there. He's got Tyon or Tylon, whatever his name is, and he's got some other players surrounding him. But I think he's a prime candidate for a breakout. So I would keep an eye out for Joe Musgrove as well. And last but not least, Eloy Jimenez, young player from the Chicago White Sox. Now, last year their breakout candidate was Yoan Moncada, and I actually have him as one of my potential MVP candidates. So I'll put that video down below too, my MVP and my Rookie of the Year candidates down below. I think he's the next guy in line, a young dynamic player. He's going to have a lot of opportunities, and that lineup, like I mentioned over here at San Diego, I mean, they brought in Encarnacion, they brought in Yasmani Grandal, a lot of pieces. They traded from Mazzara. So, you put him in there, you have Yoan Moncada and a bunch of these other folks. Think about, if they walk Encarnacion and Grandal to get to Moncada and him, although I think he'll be batting on the back end instead of in the front end like Moncada, but even though he's going to have a lot of opportunities to drive in a lot of runs and get on base. So the scenario stinks either way for pitchers. If you pitch past these guys and Moncada to get bigger bats, it sucks for the pitcher. You pitch past those middle guys to get the guys like him, sucks for the pitcher. So he's going to be in a well-balanced lineup, a very potent team. He's going to have a lot of opportunities, and I see him as the young potential breakout star for the year. So this is my list. Again, there could be a lot of other guys on this list, of course. These are the 7 I see. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed it, click that thumbs up. Feedback of your own, put it in the comments down below. I respond to all comments. And again, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, even if you don't plan on watching all my videos, I still would appreciate if you click that subscription button or subscribe button and support the channel. I want to continue to grow the channel, so I appreciate it very much. And if you have suggestions of videos that you'd like for me to make, put them down below. Okay, and I keep an eye out for my next bunch of videos as well. I'm going to continue to do some more predictions for 2020 and some other. I still have to do another video that I had as a request, the top bullpens. I have not forgotten. I'm almost done. It's just taking me a while to get through the bullpen list. There's been a lot of moving parts with the bullpens this year, so I want to make sure I get it right. So, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.